Welcome to 3A State Championship Softball. It is the first game of the day between the Grantsville Cowboys and the North Sanpete Hawks. Grantsville comes in as the number 1 seed, North Sanpete the number 8. Previously, these two teams played last Saturday as Grantsville defeated Judge Memorial 16-0 and North Sanpete defeated Carbon 5-0. So that will put Judge Memorial, Carbon into the losers bracket as they defeated Judge Memorial. And so that will bring us North Sanpete and Grantsville. For the Grantsville Cowboys, in the circle is Hayden By the Way. Behind the plate, Kara Hart. At first base, Peyton By the Way. Second base, Elise Smith. Third base, Sydney Stinson. At shortstop, Eden Russell. Out in left field, Addie Durfee. Center, Sadie Thornton. And Ren White will round out in the outfield. For the North Sanpete Hawks is their leadoff batter, Olivia Madsen, followed by Miley Cook and then Riley Stewart. Madsen comes in with a .353 batting average with 12 RBIs on the season. Day full of softball. The other 3A game is Emory and South Summers. So the winners of these two games will play each other tomorrow. Here's the first pitch by the way. Strike one. Here's pitch number 2 to Madsen. That one swung on, popped up to the catcher, and that will be out number 1 for the Cowboys. That brings up Miley Cook. She averages .304 on the season, 14 RBIs, and 3 home runs. By the way, steps in the circle, takes the sign. Here's the pitch to Cook. That one's bunted and unable to track it down. So Cook will find herself on first base with a hit. That brings up our third batter, number 17, Riley Stewart, the catcher for the Hawks. Here's a pitch, that one high and inside, ball 1.
Up bat, number 17, Riley Stewart.
Cook on first with a single. Here's the pitch. That one is swung on, runner goes, and she is safe as she beats the tag. So stolen base for Cook. Runner in scoring position for the Hawks. Grantsville, the number 1 seed in 3A. That one ball 3, so 3-0 the count. Stewart batting .405 on the season with 6 home runs. Ball 4. Runner on. First and second for the Hawks. We'll have a courtesy runner for the catcher, Stewart. Not sure on the number, but we'll try to get it. That brings up number 16, Shay Rollinson, the left fielder. It's a pitch from By the Way. Strike one, catches that outside corner. Two runners, a single, and then a walk. Here's the pitch. Ooh. Checks, no go, so ball one. One out for the Cowboys. Top of the first. Here's the pitch. Ball two. 2-1 the count. That one swung on hard, fly ball to left field. The left fielder tracks it down. Runner tag, she's going. Oh, and she makes it on an error by third. Great throw by the left fielder. So runners advance to third. For the second out of the inning. That brings up Casey Johnson, the pitcher. She bats .341 on the season, 3 home runs, 19 RBIs. By the way, it's pitch. That one swung on, out of play, strike one. It is 0-0, runner on third and a runner on first. North Sanpete looking to score first. By the way, takes a pitch, swung on, missed, strike two. Johnson steps back into the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for out number 3, and Grantsville gets out of the inning. North Sanpete was knocking on the door but couldn't quite get it done. We'll be back with the bottom of the first.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
Welcome back to 3A State Championship softball. It is the bottom of the first, Grantsville up to bat. That will bring the second baseman, Elise Smith, to the plate. Johnson in the circle for North Sanpete. Smith, a senior, batting .342, 21 RBIs, and 7 home runs on the season. Strike one, so 1-1 our count.
Up to bat, we have number 3, Elise Smith.
Here's the pitch from Johnson, that one outside, ball 2. For North Sanpete, behind the plate, we have Riley Stewart at first base, Autumn Oldroyd at second, Olivia Madsen. That one does find the corner, strike 2. At third base, Afton Cook, shortstop Miley Cook. That one high. Full count. Here's the pitch from Johnson. That one gets her swing and a miss for out number 1 and the first strikeout for Casey Johnson. Johnson did a really good job. She worked the corners really well and the upper part of the strike zone to throw Smith off balance. That will bring the shortstop, Eden Russell,
Up next, we have number 13, Eden Russell.
to the plate. She's a junior, batting .466. Another strike for Johnson. Here's the pitch. That one swung on to the right fielder. She tracks it down for out number 2. In the outfield for the Hawks, we have Shay Rollinson in left, Annie Madsen in center, and Kaylee Robinson in right. She just made that great catch.
Up next, we have number 23, Kira Hart.
Kira Hart, the catcher for the Cowboys. That one high, ball 1. Hart, a junior, averaging .481. 7 home runs on the season. That's a called strike 1. Here's the pitch. That one low and outside, ball 2. Johnson, once again, she's doing a really good job working the inside, outside of the plate. Here's the pitch from Johnson. That one swung on. That one will find some grass, so Grantsville gets their first hit of the game. Perfect spot right over the shortstop head for a single for Hart.
Coming up to bat, number 18, Hayden By the Way.
That brings up Hayden By the Way. She's in the circle.
And into line at first base is number 28.
By the way, it's a junior, batting .500, left-handed. Big hitter for strike 1. Runner on first, 2 outs for the Hawks. Here's the pitch. That one swung on. That's going to find a hole. Runner will advance to second. And by the way, with a single. That brings up her sister, Peyton, by the way. She's playing first base.
Peyton By the Way.
And we will have a courtesy runner for the pitcher, number 4.
And the run-up for first base is number 4.
Camry Allen, a freshman. Runners on first and second. 4, by the way. That one just outside, ball 1. Peyton is a junior, 375 on the season with 14 RBIs. That one high, ball 2. Here's the pitch from Johnson. That one swung on, fouled off to the right side. Strike 1. Johnson steps back in the circle. Runner in scoring position. That one high. Ball 3. 3-1 the count. No score in our game. Catches that outside corner. Strike 2, full count. Runners are going on this pitch. Oh, swing and a miss, and North Sanpete gets out of the inning. No scores, 2 hits, no errors, and that will do it. We'll be back with the top of the second.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
Welcome back to 3A State Championship Softball. It is the top of the second inning. We are tied 0-0 as both teams had runners in scoring position but couldn't make anything happen. And that will bring up number 22, Brooklyn Larson, the designated player for the Hawks.
Number 22, Brooklyn Larson.
Larson batting .333 on the season with 11 RBIs. By the way, his pitch high, ball 1. By the way, steps back in the circle. She takes the sign from the dugout. That one just outside, ball 2. Tried to get that outside corner, just missed. By the way, takes the sign. Here's the pitch to Larson. That one swung on, popped up. Should be an easy play for the shortstop, and it is for out number 1. That will bring out the first baseman for the Hawks, Autumn Oldroyd.
Next up, number 8, Autumn Oldroyd.
Oldroyd averaging .286 on the season, 12 RBIs with 3 home runs. By the way, it's pitching fast enough. If you get a hold of that ball just right, that thing is going to go. That one high, ball 1. By the way, it's pitched to Oldroyd. Just missed. Ball 2. Great spot. By the way, takes a sign from the coach. Here's the pitch. That one's swing and a miss, strike one. She did a really good job coming back with the good old fastball. By the way, inside and high, 3-1 our count. Here's the pitch from By the way. Catches that outside corner and the count is full. Oldroyd will have to protect. By the way, looking to blow one past her. And she does. Strike three. That is the second strikeout of the game for Hayden, by the way. That brings up the third baseman, Afton Cook.
Number 5, Afton Cook.
She's averaging .250 on the season with 7 RBIs.
Bottom of the first inning, we had 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 0 left on base. Up for South Summit, we'll have Aslo, Louder, and
Here's the pitch. Strike one. By the way, takes the sign. Cook got that outside corner again for strike two. So Cook's got to do some protecting right here. By the way, can have her pick a pitches. Ooh, tried to get that outside. Just missed high. Ball one. By the way, looking for the payoff pitch. That one high and outside. I like what, by the way, is doing. She's trying to just get her to chase something, not giving her anything around the plate. She knows Cook is going to be pretty aggressive at the plate. And here's the pitch. That one high, so the count is full. Cook doing a great job being very patient at the plate. Here's the full count pitch, swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 3 for Hayden, by the way. And no hits, no errors. We'll be back with the bottom of 2.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Welcome back to 3A State Championship Softball. We are in the bottom of the second inning. Still no score as both teams threatened that first inning, and then a great inning for Grantsville. They went 3 up, 3 down in the top of the second.
That for Grantsville is number 1, Bryn Anderson.
That will bring up Bryn Anderson, the designated player for the Cowboys. Strike one from Johnson. Anderson's a sophomore batting .292 with 18 RBIs. That one swung on, just foul, strike two. Johnson's done a really good job using that outside part of the plate. Love to see her come in with an inside. They're going to go outside again. Ball one. Here's Johnson's pitch. That one swung on to the second baseman. She fields it cleanly over to first for the 4-3 out. For out number one. That will bring up Addie Durfee, the left fielder for the Cowboys. Durfee, a junior, batting .327 on the season and 8 RBIs. Ball one from Johnson. Here's Johnson's pitch. Once again, great job on that outside, strike one. Here's the pitch. That one in the dirt, ball one. Sorry, 2-1 the count. One out. Ball three, 3-1. Durfee being patient. Here's the pitch from Johnson. That one swing. And a miss. Strike two, full count. Here's Johnson's pitch to Durfee. Oh, and they get her looking for out number two. Got her with an off speed as Durfee, that's the first off speed we've seen Johnson throw.
Next up, we have number 11, Ren White.
Ren White will step up to the plate, the right fielder. Here's the first pitch to White. Oh, and not a great base hit by White as she finds herself on base. So third hit of the game for the Cowboys from White. That brings up Sadie Thornton. She's the center fielder for the Cowboys. Runner on first. Oh, another off speed, and then get that outside corner, strike one. Johnson really trying to use that outside. That one, ball one. That one right down the pipe, strike two. 1-2 the count, 2 outs, runner on first. That one high and outside, ball two. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that will do it as Johnson, with her fourth strikeout of the inning, gets the Hawks out of the bind. We'll be back with the top of three after this.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Mountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back to 3A State Championship Softball on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports. We are in the bottom of the third, top of the third, and it is still 0-0 on our scoreboard. Annie Madsen will step to the plate, the center fielder for the Hawks. Here's By the Way's pitch, swing and a miss, strike one.
Is number 25, Annie Madsen.
By the Way takes a sign. This is Madsen's first time facing By the Way. Ball one. And this is the first matchup between these two teams this season, so never faced each other. Here's By the Way's pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. By the Way with the pitch. Tries to get her to chase, doesn't go. Ball two. Two the count. Here's By the Way's pitch. Ooh, that was close. She didn't go. Ball three. Full count. Here's a pitch. That one low, so a walk for Madsen. Second walk of the inning, of the game. That brings the top of the order up Olivia Madsen. She popped up to the catcher her first time at bat. Here's Madsen. She squares the bunt. She lays it down right back to the pitcher, and she is safe as she beats out the throw. And Grantsville unable to get the runner. The Hawks with two runners on with no outs. That brings up Miley Cook. She had a single her first at bat. Cook looking to score those runners. Third baseman playing very close as she looks for the bunt. That one popped back out of play, strike one. Bunts have been really successful for the Hawks. So that third baseman, she is playing very close. Ball on the field, so pause play. Hey, here's the pitch from By the Way. She squares the bunt. That one popped up to the third baseman. So great play by the third baseman. She was playing really close, but she was able to track that one down for the first out of the inning. That brings up Riley Stewart. She walked her first at bat. Here's a pitch from By the Way. That one in, strike one.
That is number 17, Riley Stewart.
Madsen on second and Madsen on first. That one high, ball one. Zero, zero, our score. Outside, ball two. Stewart being patient at the plate. Here's a pitch from By the Way. Up one, finds the strike zone. Strike two, 2-2 our count. Here's the pitch. Ooh, just missed inside. Full count to Stewart. Runners on first and second. Just By the Way's pitch. Yeah, and that gets Stewart looking. Big, big, big strikeout for By the Way. That's By the Way's fourth strikeout of the game. That brings up Shay Rollinson. She popped out to the left fielder, her first at bat. By the Way's pitch to Rollinson. That one high, ball one. Here's By the Way's pitch. That one high. Ball two. Rollinson looking to score the runners. Both Madsens on first and second. By the Way's pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. That's a great pitch by the Way to come back on. 2-1 the count. Strike two. She took it a little bit of an off-speed pitch. Now if you're By the Way, you're going to want to just blow one past her. She's going to be really aggressive at the plate. That one, that's going to find a hole. Runner should score. Runner coming on to third, and Rollinson with the big single RBI as the Hawks strike first. It is 1-0 North Sanpete. So runner moves to third. One runner will score. That will bring up Casey Johnson, the pitcher for the Hawks. She struck out her first at bat. Great at bat by Rollinson as she had to be really aggressive on those two strikes, and she made it pay off. Johnson looking to help herself out. She'd love to go up by a couple more runs. Here's the pitch from By the Way. Ball one, high. by the way, takes the call from. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Here's the pitch from, by the way. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Here's the pitch. Ooh, lays off that one. 2-2. Great spot by the way. Here's by the way's pitch. That one swung on, miss for strike out and out number 3. But the Hawks able to put themselves on the board with 1 hit, no errors, and 1 run scored. 2 runners left on. We'll be back with the bottom of 3.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Welcome back to 3A State Championship Softball. We are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. North Sanpete leads the Cowboys of Grantsville 1-0. And that will bring the top of the order up for the Cowboys with Elise Smith. She struck out her first time at bat facing Johnson. Elise is the second baseman for the Cowboys. Johnson's pitch, that one in the dirt, ball 1. Smith is a senior for the Cowboys. Ball 2. Johnson with it. Ball 3. Hitters count. If you're Johnson, just come back with that strike right down the middle. Strike 1. 3-1. That one swung back foul. Strike 2. So Johnson's done a good job battling back. Full count to Smith. Here's the pitch from Johnson. Oh, that's a hard swung on. If that is fair, that is toasted. Oh, just foul. Smith just ripped that ball. Count stays full. So the winner of this game will face the winner of Emory and South Summit tomorrow at 10 a.m. So big advantage to win this first game is you do not have to play again till tomorrow. Loser will drop down and play man-tie at 4:45 today. That one is ball 4. And I believe that is Johnson's first walk of the game.
Up next, number 13, Eden Russell.
And we will have a substitution in number 5. Hazley Hall will come in to run for Smith.
In the run is Hazley Hall at first base.
Eden Russell, the shortstop, will come in for the Cowboys. Swung on, popped up, and right to the first baseman. She tracks that one down for out number 1. Kira Hart, catcher for the Cowboys.
Number 23, Kira Hart.
Comes in to face Johnson. That one outside, ball 1. Runner at first. She's getting a big lead. Strike. That was a nasty changeup by Johnson. As she got Hart swinging. That one high, ball 2. Stewart did a really good job behind the plate, keeping that runner at first. Ooh, another changeup. She got her again. Strike 2. 2-2 the count. 1 out. Ooh, that one outside. Good job by Stewart tracking that down. Count is full. Hart needs to protect. Oh, and they walk for Hart. That was very close, just a little bit low.
Now up, number 18, Hayden Bytheway.
Runners at first and second. We'll have a courtesy runner in for the catcher, Hart. Number 28. Albree Rogers, number 28. By the way, swung on, fouled off, strike 1. By the way, would love to help her cause and get a couple runs before they go into the 4th inning. Just 1 out, runners on first and second with those 2 walks. It's the pitch from Johnson. Ooh, just missed. Ball 1, 1-1. That one just missed inside. Ball 2. Johnson really wanted that one. That one high, ball 3. 3-1 to Bytheway. Stewart's gonna come out to talk to her pitcher. As those couple inside pitches just missed on the left-handed batter. She's been able to catch those on the right hand as they've been outside. So 3-1, just 1 out. Big pitch right here for Johnson. Swung on, fouled off. So count is full for Hayden by the way. Johnson steps back on the mound. With the full count, 2 by the way. That one swung on, finds some grass. 1 run coming around, will score. And runners are safe all around as by the way does her job to tack on a run for the Cowboys. So she reaches second on the throw. And then a courtesy runner number 4, Camry Allen, will come in to run for by the way. That brings up Peyton by the way. That one low, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Now it's 1-1. Now it's 1-1. Sorry.
That is number 24, Peyton by the way.
Johnson's done a great job with that changeup. Oh, again, she gets her with the changeup. Strike 2. Great delivery by Johnson. Ooh, just missed. Ball 2. That one change up, but that's going to find some grass. 1 run will score. Here comes the second as the throw is not in time. And just like that, Grantsville goes up 3-1 on the single by Peyton by the way. By the way, did a really good job sitting back on that changeup and just taking it for a ride. Coach will come out to talk to his Hawks, just to calm him down. Just 1 out for the Hawks as the Cowboys have started to find the hits. 2 straight singles for the By the Way sisters. We'll get an update on our other 3A game. 8-1 with Emory over South Summit. So the winner of Emory and South Summit will face the winner of our game, Grantsville and North Sanpete.
Up to bat, number 1, Bryn Anderson.
All right, we're ready back for business as that will bring up Bryn Anderson. She ground out to the second baseman, her first at bat. That one, another hit. And runners on first and second, errant throw, but tracked down by the third baseman. Anderson found the hole between first and second. That'll bring up Addie Durfee. Hawks need to get out of this inning. That one swung on right to the first baseman for out number 2. Good job by Autumn Oldroyd, fielding that ball cleanly. That's a big out as that brings up out number 2. Runners advance to second and third. That brings out Ren White. She had a single her first at bat. That one high, ball 1. That one swung on to the right fielder. Oh, and she makes a scoop catch for the third out of the inning. But Grantsville able to do some damage as they go up 3-1 in the bottom of the third. We'll be back with fourth inning action.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders, our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Welcome back to 3A State Championship Softball on Centricom, Team Hive, Live, and KSL Sports. As we head to the top of the fourth, Grantsville leads 3-1. And that will bring out for the Hawks, Brooklyn Larson, the designated player. Larson popped up to the shortstop, her first at bat. By the way, takes a sign from the dugout. That one swung on. Second baseman tracks that one down. That's Smith for out number 1. That brings up Autumn Oldroyd, the first baseman. Oldroyd struck out her first at bat. By the way, pitch. Strike 1 to Oldroyd. So you can catch all of 2A and 3A softball, as we have 2 3A and 2 2A games going on. That one, ball 1. Great games all weekend. And then I believe you can catch 2A baseball on Centricom and Team Hive and KSL Sports as well. The pitch, that one in, strike 2. Great pitch by the way. If you're Oldroyd, you want that one back. That was a meatball. That one high, trying to get her to chase, but she doesn't. Good patience by Oldroyd. 2-2 the count, 1 out. Swung on, miss for the second out of the inning, and a strikeout for, by the way, that's the 6th strikeout for Hayden, by the way. That brings up Afton Cook. Number 5, she struck out her first at bat. North Sanpete looking to get themselves going. They got to chip into that lead. Strike 1. Woo. That was a curveball. Ooh, tried to get it again. Doesn't go. Ball one. 1-1 the count. Grantsville is the 8th seed in 3A, or sorry, North Sanpete the 8th seed. Grantsville the number 1. That one swung on to third base. She fielded it cleanly over to first for the 5-3 out. Great scoop by the first baseman. And that will do it as Grantsville's 3 up, 3 down. We'll be back with the bottom of 4.
Jones and DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Welcome back to 3A State Championship Softball on Centricon, Team Hive, and KSL Sports. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning as Grantsville leads 3-1. North Sanpete haven't scored since, I guess they scored in the 3rd inning. Swung on by Sadie Thornton, fouled back, strike 1. Thornton struck out her first at bat. That one hit in the dirt, ball 1. The other 3A game is in the 5th inning, and it is 8-2 favor Emory. That one swung on to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it cleanly for the 6-3 out. That was fielded by Miley Cook, the shortstop.
Coming up to the plate is number 3, Elise Smith.
That brings the top of the order up, Elise Smith. 0 for 1 on the day, with a strikeout and a walk. That one in, strike 1. Smith did score in that 3rd inning. That one, gets past the 3rd baseman, so Smith will get on an error. That brings up Eden Russell, the shortstop. She is 0 for 2 on the day. She's looking to get herself going. Strike 1, great pitch by Johnson. Russell steps back up to the plate. Swung on high. And that one is gone for Eden Russell. The 2-shot home run adds to that Grantsville lead, 5-1. Russell came into the day with 5 home runs, make that 6.
It's a home run by Eden Russell. She gets a free hot dog and a concession stand. Please come up to the score tower to get your coupon.
That was a big swing by Russell as they go up 5-1. First home run on field number 1. Usually when one hits, everything comes open. That brings up the catcher, Kira Hart. She's 1 for 1. That one outside. Ball 1.
After that is number 23, Kira Hart.
Here's the pitch from Johnson. Swung on. Oh, what a play by the second baseman, Olivia Madsen, to make the diving catch. That one looked like a base hit for sure. Just a great defensive play.
Now up the pitcher, number 18, Hayden Bytheway.
That's the second out of the inning. That brings up the pitcher, Hayden Bytheway. Bytheway is 2 for 2 on the day. That one high, ball 1. Here's the pitch. That one swung on to the shortstop. Oh, bad bounce. As, by the way, gets herself on first. I feel like that's a pretty good hit. That just took a really bad bounce. So we're gonna give her a single. So, by the way, 3 for 3. She's really helping herself today.
Now up number 22.
That brings up her sister, Peyton, by the way, the first baseman today. She squares the bunt, pulls back. We're just going to get the runner to go. Runner is safely there. And that is number 4, the courtesy runner, Camry Allen, for by the way. Here's the pitch, swung on. That one's going to be in for a base hit. Runner comes around and will score standing up. As Grantsville has just really found their way on the bases. They go up 6-1. That brings up Bryn Anderson, the designated player. She is 1 for 2. There's a hit to the third baseman. She fields it cleanly over for the third out of the inning. And Grantsville able to tack on 3 runs. North Sanpete's got to start chipping into that lead. We'll be back with the top of 5.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Welcome back to 3A State Championship softball. It is the top of the 5th inning. Grantsville leads 6-1 for the Hawks. That brings up number 25, Annie Madsen. Here's the pitch. Ooh, that one inside. Ball 1. going to switch balls. Matson steps back up to the plate. By the way, on the mound, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike. Third baseman for Grantsville sneaking up as bunts have been very successful for the Hawks. That one swung on right to the right fielder for out number 1. And that was caught by Ren White.
Up to bat, number 4, Olivia Matson.
That brings up the top of the order for the Hawks, Olivia Matson. She is 1 for 2.
With that inning, we had 5 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. Coming up for Emory.
Here's the pitch. Swung on right in right field, but that drops in for a base hit for Matson. So the Hawks got a runner.
Number 23,
They need to do
Miley
something
Cook.
with it. That brings up Miley Cook. She's 1 for 2 on the day. She was able to lay down a bunt in the first inning. She's going to swing away right to the third baseman. She goes over to second for the second out of the inning. Great play by the third baseman, Sydney Stinson. So fielder's choice for Cook. That brings up Riley Stewart, the catcher. 0 for 1 on the day. That one swung on, fouled off, strike 1.
Up to bat is number 17, Riley Stewart.
Stewart's the catcher for the Hawks. Third time facing, by the way. Does that change up catch? It does. Strike 2, 0-2. Pitcher's count. Here's by the way's pitch. Looking to get that runner. Runner successful. Here she comes around to third. Successful again, and third baseman able to knock that down as Matson, that's Cook, steals second and then third. Now a runner in scoring position, just 60 feet away for the Hawks. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled, out of play. Stewart does a good job keeping herself alive. One, two, still the count. Ooh, and there is out number 3, what gets her looking. As the Hawks threatened, but couldn't quite get it done. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now, Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Welcome back to 3 state championship softball. This is Grantsville and North Sanpete. As we will have a pitching change for the Hawks. Number 16, Shay Rollinson, the left fielder, will come into pitch. Already in the field, so not sure who's out in. Looks like the pitcher and left fielder just switched spots. So Johnson went out to left.
Now pitching for the North Sanpete Hawks.
And Rollinson into pitch. Trying to get a different look as Grantsville really started to cue on Johnson.
Up first for Grantsville, number 6, Addie Durfee.
For the Cowboys, that will bring up Durfee, White, and Thornton. Rollinson's pitch. Swung on right to the right fielder. She caught it again. For out number 1. That brings up Ren White. He's 1 for 2.
Now hitting number 11.
The right fielder is Kaylee Robinson for the Hawks. Here's Rollinson's pitch. Ooh, she wanted that one held off. Was White, ball 1. Here's the pitch for Rollinson. Swung on, fouled off, strike 1. Rollinson's pitch to White. Swung on, strike 2. 1-2 the count, 1 out. That was a great inside pitch by Rollinson. Trying to get her with that off speed. Can't get it to fall. 2-2 the count. Here's the pick. That one fouled back right at us. 2-2 still the count. Rollinson's pitch to White. That one in the dirt. Count is full. One out for the Hawks. Swing and a miss. That's a big strikeout for Rollinson as she is pumped for out number 2.
Coming up to bat is number 2, Sadie.
That will bring up Sadie Thornton, the center fielder for the Cowboys. Here's Rollinson's pitch. Catches that inside. Strike one. Rollinson's pitch. Ooh, just low. Ball one. Here's the pitch, low. Ball two. Two outs for the Hawks. Swung on. Oh, that's a high foul ball. Big swing by Thornton. That one would have been a home run if it would have stayed fair. Two the count. That one tried to get it with the changeup, doesn't chase, full count. That one is a walk, as Thornton will go to first. That brings the top of the lineup up, Elise Smith. She's 1 for 2. Strike one. Great change-up pitch by Rollinson. Smith able to foul it off. 0-2 the count. Grantsville, your defending state champions, back-to-back. So trying to get a three-peat. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Rollinson, as she's able to get her second strikeout of the game and able to get out that inning with no damage. We'll be back with the top of 6.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more, complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026, or go to sanpetesteel.com.
Welcome back to Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports, bringing you 3A State Championship softball. We are in the top of the 6th inning with Shay Rollinson, who has come in to pitch for the Hawks. It will be Rollinson, Johnson, and Larson. By the way, still in the circle, that's Hayden. As Rollinson is 1 for 2. That one in the dirt, ball 1.
top of the seventh inning, we have
By the way, pitch. That one low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. That one swung on, and Rollinson finds some grass as she is able to make it to second. So Rollinson trying to get some fire back in the Hawks. She finds herself on second.
Now up, number 13, Casey Johnson.
That will bring up Casey Johnson. Maybe a substitution for the pitcher. Let's see, we will be number 10, it looks like. Aspen Bagshaw will come in to run.
Number 10, Aspen Bagshaw into run at second base.
Johnson steps up to the plate. Swung on, fouled off, strike 1. Grantsville an inning and a half away from ending this game, strike 2. As they are the home team. And they will, the winner of this game will face Emory, winner of Emory and South Summit. Emory ahead right now. Tomorrow morning. Swung on, fouled off. Good job by Johnson battling at the plate. Runner on second. Here's the pitch from By the Way. Swung on, popped up. Shortstop able to track that one down for out number 2. Oh, excuse me, that's out number 1. That brings up Brooklyn Larson, the designated player. Number 22.
Number 22, Brooklyn Larson.
She is 0 for 2 on the day. 2 pop-ups. That one high and inside, ball 1. Larson steps back up to the plate. She's looking to score that runner on second. That one high and inside again, ball 2. Here's the pitch from By the Way. Catches that outside corner, strike 1. Top of the 6th. We are in. Ooh, right down the middle. Strike 2. Now Larson's got to protect. 2-2 our count. That one hit up the middle, but the runner will hold at third. So 2 singles for the Hawks this inning. So we may have a pinch hitter. Number 19. Mackenzie Madsen will come in to hit for Oldroyd. Madsen, 297 on the season.
Up to bat is number 19, Mackenzie Madsen.
Runners on the corners. Strike one. Oh, swing and a miss. Strike two for, by the way, runner still at the corner. Hart doing a good job keeping him there. Swing and a miss. Strikeout and out number two. That's 8 strikeout for, by the way, in the game. That brings Afton Cook, the third baseman. Trying to get something going for the Hawks. 2 singles already. Strike one, gets that outside. Here's a pitch from, by the way. Swung on, miss. Strike two. By the way, takes the call. Runners on the corner. Big pitch. Looks like maybe a warning on time between pitches. I don't know. Can they call a ball? Yeah. 2-2, I guess, is the count. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for, by the way, sits down the Hawks. We are heading to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back to 3A State Championship softball. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 6-1 Grantsville over the North Sanpete Hawks, as North Sanpete threatened in the top of the 6th, but they left 2 runners on base. Big strikeouts. 2 big strikeouts for Hayden, by the way. That brings up Eden Russell. She is 1 for 3 with a big home run in the 4th inning. Swung on, hit to the shortstop. That one took a bad bounce, as Russell will be on first. That brings up Kira Hart, the catcher. So Emory's just defeated South Summit to continue on in the winner's bracket. Strike 1. Runner is safe at second. Rollinson's pitch just outside, ball 1. Here's Rollinson's pitch, swung on. That one's gonna find some grass, as Russell will be on third, Hart to first. 2 straight singles for Grantsville. Courtesy runner number 28, Alabri Rogers. Stewart comes out to give her team the sign. By the way, steps in. She is 3 for 3. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Stewart does a good job holding the runner at first. That one high and outside. Throw down to third, bobbled, but picked up. By the way, 3 singles on the day. That one swung on, doesn't stay fair, it does not, foul ball. Great swing by the way. 1-2 the count. Ball 2. Two the count. Ball 3, that pitch gets away, runner coming home, and she scores. That was Russell. Full count. Big pitch from Rollinson. That one low, ball 4. So courtesy runner, number 4 will come in. Camry Allen. That brings up Peyton, by the way. Foul ball, strike 1.
Batting is number 24, Peyton, by the way.
By the way, here comes the runner, and she is safe. And the runner's safe at third. And hopefully Rollinson's okay. She got a cleat right to the leg. We'll take a short timeout as North Sanpete's coach comes out and makes sure his players are all right.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders, our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
Welcome back. Rollinson's all right. She's going to step back on the mound. Here's the pitch to, by the way, that one inside, ball 2. Grantsville can end it right here with 3 more runs. Here's the pitch from Rollinson. Ball 3. 3-1. Strike 2, finds that outside corner. Great pitch by Rollinson to bring herself back. Count is full. Here's the pitch. Swung on high, and that sucker is gone for Peyton, by the way. And North Sanpete is 1 run away from ending this game, as that ball was toasted by the way. So congratulations to Peyton, by the way, with the big home run.
Congratulations on your home run, Peyton. After the game, thanks to the score tower, get a coupon for a free hot dog.
Our score is 10-1. And that will bring up Bryn Anderson, the designated player. She is 1 for 3. This is her first time facing Rollinson.
Up to bat, number 1, Bryn Anderson.
Umpire waiting for Grantsville to get back in the dugout. And here's Anderson. Ball 1. Winner will go on to face Emory tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. There's a base hit for Anderson. So the winning run is on first. Loser will drop down and play Manti today at 4:45. That brings number 6, Addie Durfee, to the plate. She's 0 for 3 on the day, so looking to get herself a hit. Still no outs for the Hawks. Strike 1. There's a to the right fielder. She's able to snag that one for out number 1. That brings up Ren White, the right fielder. Oh, it looks like a substitution. Emmy Butler will come in to hit. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Strike 1. Butler is a sophomore. Hitting .562 on the season. Ooh, laid off the changeup. Runner advances to second. Runner in scoring position for Butler. Here's the pitch from Rollinson. Swung on, fouled off. Strike 2, 0-2 the count. Rollinson. Here's the pitch. Swung on to the second baseman, fielded it cleanly for the 4-3 second out, but the runner will advance to third. Sadie Thornton will come to the plate.
Number 2 is Sadie Thornton.
Thornton is 0 for 2. Possibly a substitution for the hitter. Number 14, Sadie Castagno will come into bat. Sophomore, batting .529.
Substituting in is number 14, Sadie Castagno.
Here's Castagno's first at bat. Change up, strike 1. We'll see if North Sanpete can get out of this and give themselves a last chance. Top of the 7th. Here's Rollinson's pitch. Inside, ball 1. Here's the pitch. Ball 2, inside. Grantsville looking to end this game and not play again until tomorrow. Swung on, fouled off, strike 1, strike 2, 2-2 the count. 2 outs. Here's Rollinson's pitch to Castagno. That one, ball 3, full count. Here's the pitch from Rollinson. Swung on. Fouled off, just foul. Sagno steps back in. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Stagno doing a good job staying alive at the plate. Here's the pitch. That one outside, so a walk for Castagno. That brings up the top of the order with Elise Smith.
Up to bat, the leadoff hitter, number 3, Elise Smith.
So runner at third. 1 run. This game will be over. Swung on, fouled, strike 1. Here's Smith's pitch. Swung on. Oh, and that will do it as the game will end on an error as Grantsville will win 12-1 and head on to play tomorrow in the quarterfinals against Emory. North Sanpete will drop down in the 1-loss bracket and play Manti on field 2 at 4:45. So we'll take a short break, and when we get back at 12:15 on field number 1 will be Union and Richfield. So congratulations to Grantsville.